Well, she's a big fan. She was on my Spike shirt, too, a couple weeks back.
She was?
Yes, she was. And she works with Captain Morgan, and she's got that whole line of hot NFL licensed gear for the ladies out there. And she's arguably one of the top 5 hottest chicks on the planet. So we're thrilled to have her on the Boomer and Carton Show. Her name, of course, is Marisa Miller. Unfortunately, boys, she is married. So you got to take that right off the table as far as you having a shot with her. But here she is, Marisa Miller. Marisa, Boomer Esiason, and Craig Carton on the Fan in New York City. How you doing, doll?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We are great.
How you doing, doll?
How you doing, doll?
40s?
That's how you talk.
Especially early in the morning. That's very sweet.
Well,
Thank
Marisa and I have a connection. She hopefully remembers this, but she was doing the Captain Morgan party out in Vegas and took a moment out of her day to say a very special hello to me, because she said she really likes bald guys over at Spike. Remember that?
That's right. I do remember that.
You do remember that?
That's right.
Come on, please.
Hey, Craigie,
I
like bald men. That's what she said. I can play the tape for you, Boomer. So how's it going for you as the hottest gal on the universe that's representing the NFL now? That's pretty cool.
It's awesome. I mean, I grew up watching football, so to have this be part of my job now is pretty unreal. So I'm having a really good time, and and the Niners won. So this was on Monday Night Football. So I'm a Niners fan, and it was cool to see them win.
So what exactly are you doing for the NFL, Marisa?
Well, the first thing I did was I went overseas for the 49er Bronco game at Wembley Stadium, and it was really interesting because I didn't know how the UK fans were going to react and if they even knew anything about American football, but there's some pretty passionate fans, and on game day everybody was wearing jerseys from not just the Broncos and the Niners, but from all the teams. Right. So it was pretty cool to be a part of that and see the love they have for American football.
Now you're legit. Was that a bird in the background?
A bird?
Oh, I thought I just heard a bird squeaking. That might have been me though. Now you, outside of being gorgeous, you are a legitimate NFL fan. So when the NFL contacted you and wanted you to do something, it wasn't like they were just going to some gal who looks good. You know a little football too, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I grew up watching the 40. I mean, I'm from Northern California, so the 49ers are my home team, and when I was growing up, they were on fire, with Jerry Rice and Joe Montana and Steve Young and Ronnie Lott and Roger Craig and these guys.
Now, let me stop you right there. When you were an 18-year-old, 19-year-old gal in Northern California, what player did you have the hots for? Don't lie. It's all right.
Well, I started watching when I was probably like 9 or 10. It was always a big part of our family gatherings, and it was really funny because it was probably after they won the Super Bowl in '89. I was at a mall in San Jose, which isn't far from San Francisco, and I ran into Jerry Rice in the mall.
Right.
And I totally freaked out because that was, like my hero. And I think he was kind of tripping out because why does this 10-year-old girl know who I am, because who watches football when they're 10 years old? But,
now, Marisa, in '89, the Niners beat, who they beat that year, right?
I'm sorry, Boomer. Yeah, I know.
Thank you, Marisa. I appreciate that.
Game. I remember the touchdown pass from Montana to Taylor at like 30 seconds, and it was.
I will say this though, you saying it doesn't quite hurt as much. I mean, the fact that you were paying attention, that I was actually in that game, it means a lot to me, Marisa. Thank you.
Oh yeah, of course.
He just loves when people bring up 1989.
Oh, I just love it. I love going down memory lane with the most abstract type of people.
You had some good times.
Yes, I had a lot of good times.
So you got the NFL thing cooking. I know you. To your credit, you've always done a lot of work with the USO, and what do you have going on with them right now?
Well, Harley-Davidson, they have a long and proud history with the military, and we started this kind of second annual Military Appreciation Month around Veterans Day. And I don't know if you guys saw the photos, but last year we did these really cool campaign images that were based on kind of World War II pinup, and we did it with some military-themed bikes.
Right.
And we got a huge response from it and did some posters and calendars for the servicemen and women, and it went over really well. So this was kind of the second annual, and Harley has like a great giveaway they do where it's called the Freedom Pass, where guys active or veterans can sign up and win a bike and a trip to Milwaukee to the Harley-Davidson headquarters. So they just try to do what they can to give back, and it's great to be a part of that.
And the guys overseas are allowed to actually. That's like they can put those pinups up in the barracks and stuff, right? They can hang on to those.
Yeah, that's what really blew me away was a lot of the guys would send me pictures of my picture in their Humvees and stuff, and that just really blew me away because, it's a huge sacrifice what they do, and to have a picture of me or one assigned picture, I just, I always try to do more than that and do my part.
Well, not for nothing, Marissa. I have one of those pictures in my office here.
We're not even in Afghanistan.
Yeah, we're not even in Afghanistan, but we have those pictures up here, too, by the way.
And then, of course, you signed a deal. I mean, life is good for Marisa Miller because, Boom and I are very tight with the folks that run Captain Morgan, and you're now the official first mate. You're now in charge of all the Morganettes.
Yeah, no, it's so much fun. I mean, they're a great group of people to work with, as you guys know, and really fun. And we got to do, I love doing really physical things, so it was great to have the opportunity to have this storyline we did with this sword fight. And I had to prove myself.
Well, we've all had a sword fight.
Yes.
So it was really cool, and we're having a lot of fun together.
I always wonder about this. Boomer and I both have daughters, and Boomer has a beautiful teenage daughter, and my beautiful daughter is only 10 years old. And it's going to be a weird question. I don't know if you've ever been asked this question before, but I'm not going to buy the ugly duckling routine at all, so don't sell me on that. At what point in your life was there a watershed moment or a general time in your life when you kind of got that you looked a little different, that guys had a thing for you, that you were special, or no?
Yeah, no, there definitely was a moment because I was a tomboy. So I wouldn't say I was like an ugly duckling, but I was a tomboy. So I was completely unaware of myself physically, and a lot of my friends were guys, and I took wood shop, and I just remember, it was probably my sophomore year in high school that it was like they just started treating me different, and I didn't know why, and there was this rumor going around that, I had a good body, and I remember going home and asking my mom, like,
that's not a rumor anymore, by the way.
So what did your mom say to you? And you said, Mom, they're saying that I have a good body. What does that mean?
I know. I had no idea what that even meant, and because I would wear big T-shirts and everything else, but I played volleyball in high school, so, those uniforms are a little smaller, so I think that's kind of when I started to get attention, and my mom was just, oh, that means you're healthy, honey, and you're a pretty girl, but my parents never put importance on the physical awareness of anything like that. It was always about being healthy and being athletic. So I was kind of a late bloomer in that way. I didn't really get it for a long time.
Well, we're talking to Marisa Miller for a few more minutes. Marissa, there's something that's always bothered me about volleyball. And maybe you can answer this. Why do you guys always change positions? You know what I'm saying? Like, why does everybody always move around? Why don't you just stay in the same position?
Well, we have different plays, just like in football.
You know the old saying,
what?
Dig, set, and rotate. Our team is really great.
Yes.
Right? It's how it goes, dig, set, and rotate. Our team is really great. Something like that.
Wow, I'm really impressed.
Well, I got a 10-year-old girl at home. I know how it goes.
All right, well, I was just always wondering because, like in football, you always play the same position. The quarterback plays the position, unless, of course, they do the Wildcat now. But they would have never done that with Joe Namath or Joe Montana or anybody.
Oh, I see what you're saying about rotating.
Yeah, why you guys always rotate? Why don't you just stay in one position?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't make that rule. It's definitely, I see what you're saying.
Did you just ask Marisa Miller why volleyball players rotate positions?
I was going to ask her about woodshop, but I thought that would be, this is a sports talk show.
But, they sub players out, too, so you can be like a back row specialist and never make it to the front row. So that you do have a specialized position, but I agree, it is a little different.
And anything else you got to do with the NFL this year that we're going to see at Super Bowl, obviously, but outside of that, what do you got cooking?
Probably some of the big NFC, AFC championship games, coming up, probably in January.
And when you watched the Victoria's Secret thing the other night on CBS, do you miss doing that or no?
It was such a great time in my life. I worked with them for 10 years, and it was so much fun, and I have so many great memories, but you always hope, being a supermodel, that you'll get other opportunities to venture out on your own, and it was really time for me to explore those opportunities and go on my own. And so it's been great. It really has.
Well, next time you're in New York, you have to do us a favor. You have to come by to the studio, sit with us for a little bit, and say hi, all right?
I definitely will. I want to know your guys' prediction for Monday Night Football, though.
All right. Who plays on Monday night?
That would be the Jets and the Patriots.
Well, I'm a diehard Jet fan, and I would not be shocked if the Jets get blown out in that game, but I'll lead to my Jets. I think it's going to be a tough game for them. It's going to be the best team they've played in 2 months, you know?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, well, plus the Patriots have a quarterback from Northern California.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
we got some good talent coming out of Northern California.
Yes. I was going to say, are you close with Giselle at all, or no?
I've worked with her a few times, and she's she's a great person. I mean, she's a lot of fun to work with. So, yeah, I work with her a few times, but everybody thinks all the girls that we all have sleepovers and everything, but we're all busy kind of, passing each other.
No, Marissa, don't ruin the dream. We've got the dream.
Come on.
Come on. By the way, do you think Tom Brady's going bald?
No, I don't know where that came from at all.
He's not doing hair plugs, is he?
He has great hair. He has gray hair, so whatever he's doing, it's working, right?
Well, listen, her name is Marisa Miller. A couple years ago, she was voted the hottest woman in the entire world, according to Maxim, and she's got the NFL deal. She's married to a real nice guy. I've met the man, good dude, video production guy, Harley Davidson, Captain Morgan's, Mark Jacobs, and she's a down-to-earth, good girl who's very approachable. Go say hi. She'll talk to you. And we'll see you in New York next time you're coming to town, all right, sweetie?
Sounds great. Thanks, guys.
Right, Marisa Miller, everybody. Thank you, Marissa.
Nice. There you go.
All right,
see?
All right, there you go.